A new suspect has just been identified and an international warrant has been issued for his arrest. This is coming to us from Belgian officials saying, and we have a photo for you, this man, Mohamed Abrini, was captured on camera at a gas station as he was on his way from Brussels to Paris. Along with the man, police are trying to track down Salah Abdeslam. This was just 2 days before the attacks. Abdeslam is the other suspect who, as I mentioned, is still on the run. Now, police say this other man, this new suspect, he drove to Paris and he actually dropped off one of the suicide bombers who targeted the soccer stadium here. It's number one. Number two, also breaking tonight, 9 o'clock hour here in Paris. The French prosecutor is now confirming that this ringleader here of everything, Abdelhamid Abaoud, returned to the crime scene after the shootings. The visit happened sometime before he was killed last week in a Paris suburb of Saint-Denis. This is during a massive early morning 7-hour police raid. So let's begin here with Ivan Watson, our CNN international correspondent, who is here with me in Paris. And to add to all of this, number three, we also now know that this ringleader was planning another attack here in Paris. Tell me where.
That's right. The target, according to the French authorities, would have been an area called La Défense, and that's pretty much the financial district of Paris on the west side of the city. The French prosecutors say that Abdelhamid Abaoud and perhaps at least one other accomplice were planning to attack that location on the night of the 18th or the 19th. Well, that's exactly when the French police swept in their raid in that apartment in Saint-Denis, a raid that ended in some 5,000 rounds of ammunition being used, in what is believed to have been a suicide belt going off. And all three suspects in that apartment, including Abaoud, the suspected organizer of the November 13th plot, all being killed. The French authorities still haven't identified the third person who was in that apartment. They're still trying to figure that out. But yeah, they've been able to track Brooke based on presumably security camera footage and also tracking the cell phones that the organizer was apparently visiting the scene of the crime after it happened on the night of Friday, November 13th, after more than 120 people were killed. They've also tracked down a little bit more information that one of the suicide bombers who later attacked the French soccer stadium, the Stade de France, that he was on the phone multiple times with the phone that they believe that Abaoud was carrying with him. And then, as you mentioned, the Belgian investigators have issued a new international arrest warrant. This is for a man named Mohamed Abrini, who they believe may have, in fact, dropped off some of the attackers on the night of that devastating attack on the 13th of November here. Brooke?